Hey there, Mountaineers. Today we're reviewing one from Render Code Games, and it was published by East Asia Soft, and it is Crypt of the Serpent King Remastered 4K Edition. And this is a really cheap one. You can get this for $2.99, and it's actually a huge improvement on the original. I played the original as well, and this one looks beautiful. It looks a lot better. I actually loaded the old one up right before playing this one just to see the difference. Basically, you're just walking through randomly generated crypts and looking for chests. Either in these chests you'll find money, health, or arrows. And you have to be careful while you're doing this though, because the halls are loaded with enemies. You have things like orcs and snakes and skeletons. And as you beat each level, you'll get XP, and you can use those to level up your strength, endurance, or agility. You can raise all these to 10. It's pretty easy to level up. I think there's 7 levels, and I think I was completely leveled up by like level 4. There's also different weapons you can get that have different range and damage. There's achievement for grabbing some of these, like the sword. There's really cool bosses at the end of each level. It's a fairly easy game. One of the improvements also to it is the achievements. The achievements were a little bit harder on the original. This one has really easy achievements. If you take your time, I figure you can get a 1,000 gamer score on this in a little under an hour. Especially when you get this bow, it makes it a lot easier to kill things at range and not take hits. At first you might struggle because you're not used to the style of this. But it's basically you just really need to make sure that all the enemies around you are gone before you get into the chest. That's usually what gets you when you're attacked by multiple enemies. And when you try to just go at them straight attack, you really need to let them attack first and then counter attack, step back, and then attack. It's fairly simple. Like I said, you can probably get all the achievements on this in an hour. It's a lot of fun. It's not something I see with a lot of replayability though. I figure once you beat it and get all the achievements and tried all the weapons and everything, you probably won't play it again. But at $2.99, I can handle that type of game. One of those games is just good to spend an evening with, and then move on to something else, pad your gamer score, and just move on to something else. It's going to be an evening's worth of fun. It's at that $2.99 price, I can handle that. It's not like the Renzo Racer we just previously got that was $25 and you can only play for about an hour. When it's $2.99 and you only play for about an hour, that's a lot easier to digest. But this one's actually, though, I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed getting that 1,000. I enjoyed finishing the game. I wanted to see what the other weapons did. I wanted to try the different ranged weapons as well. I think my favorite was probably the weapon like he has, like the real long weapon. I feel like you get attack things a lot further. The sword was also good. I like the arrow, the bow and arrow as well. It made things really easy, but you do run out of arrows, so you have to find them just the same way as you find the gold and the health. And at the end of each level, it'll show you how well you did. You're basically trying to find a set amount of keys to open a door to the final boss and your way out. There's usually from 8 to 14 keys, just depending. I think it increases as you go along. This right here was one of my favorite weapons, though. It had a lot of range. But yeah, you're trying to find a set amount of keys, and when you find those keys, you can open the door. There's a map on the screen as you see up there, so you'll have to use that map to help find your way around. And once you do, it's a pretty simple game in my opinion. Only way you're going to mess up is if you don't take your time and you try to rush it. I recommend this one if you're looking to pad that achievement scores, or if you're into dungeon crawlers and stuff like that. It's going to be fun. Night after school or after work, you can put an evening into it, and I think you're going to have a good time. That's really my only con, was there's no real replayability. But like I said, the price really counters that. That I can accept that when the game's under $5. But I think you should give it a try if you like this type of game. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was a good time. I think I beat it in, like I said, under an hour. But you could probably do a little bit quicker than that. At first I kind of struggled with it, You have to, till you realize that you just have to let them strike first. If you try to strike first, you're not going to be around too long. So it's pretty much counter attacks. But yeah, I'm giving this one a 7.2 out of 10. I think it's worth your time. I think it's a really decent game. There's traps along the way as well, and you can use these traps to kill the enemies, as you'll see here. They're not too hard to avoid. But see, like that right there, it killed the enemy for me. But yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, 7.2 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love getting an easy, complete game on Xbox, getting all the 1,000 gamer score. So it was fun doing it on this one as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the support. And as always, until next time, see you in those leaderboards.